October 2023. New Delhi. India is hosting the world, but not the presidents, not the prime ministers, the speakers. 26 presiding officers of the world's parliaments gathered under one roof, under one Indian idea, one earth, one family, one future. This is Parliament doing something we rarely think of it doing: diplomacy. The body that makes it possible is one almost no one has heard of. It is older than the Republic itself. Chapter 25. The Indian Parliamentary Group. Last chapter, we mapped the committees, the machinery inside Parliament. Now we step outside its walls to its face turned toward the world. In 1949, before India was even a republic, Parliament created an autonomous body to be its link to every other parliament on earth. The Indian Parliamentary Group. It is not a committee. It is not a ministry. It is a self-governing society of lawmakers, and it is the only organization of its kind in the country. One body, one purpose: to connect India's parliament to the world's. Look at who runs it. Its president is not elected separately. The office belongs automatically to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Beneath the Speaker, two vice presidents, the Deputy Speaker of the lower house and the Deputy Chairman of the upper. Its Secretary General is the Secretary General of the Lok Sabha himself. So the very people who run Parliament at home also run its diplomacy abroad. The chair that keeps order in the chamber also opens India's doors to the world's lawmakers. Who can join? Almost anyone who has sat in Parliament. Every sitting member is welcome, and even former members stay on as associate members. Over the next few minutes, what this body is, who leads it, what it actually does, and how it wins India a seat in the global parliament. We know what it is. Now what does it actually do? Part 2 coming up. So Parliament has a diplomatic wing, a body older than the Republic, led by the Speaker. But what does it actually do? Its purpose is written in 3 goals. First, to bring India's lawmakers into closer contact with one another and with lawmakers abroad. Second, to study the great questions of international importance, the ones that cross every border. Third, to arrange the conferences, the lectures, the visits that turn a parliament inward looking into one that speaks to the world context study exchange. In practice, it is a bridge. When a delegation of Indian MPs travels to address a foreign parliament, that is this body. When lawmakers from abroad are received in New Delhi, that is this body. Goodwill missions, correspondence, the quiet exchange of documents and ideas between legislators. It is how the Parliament of India talks directly parliament to parliament with the rest of the world. It even builds friendships by name. Through parliamentary friendship groups, India's parliament forms standing ties with the legislatures of specific nations, a permanent handshake between two democracies. But its greatest role is to give India a seat at 2 global tables. The first is the oldest political organization on earth, the Inter-Parliamentary Union, founded in 1889, the worldwide union of national parliaments. India sits in it not through its government but through this body as the nation's national group. When the world's parliaments meet, India's chair is pulled out by the Indian Parliamentary Group. The second is the family of Commonwealth legislatures, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Here too, this body is India's main branch. So return to that hall in 2023, the speakers of the world gathered in New Delhi. That summit was not an accident of protocol. It was parliamentary diplomacy, decades in the making, and this is the body that carries it. Bridge to the world's parliaments. India's seat in the global union of democracies. Parliament's quiet, soft power. Next, we leave the lawmakers entirely and enter the one institution that can strike their laws down. Chapter 26, the Supreme Court. Coming up.